Welcome back to Reading with Mcsuper, and happy Saturday morning to you all. Today we're going to read another story from this Treasury Picture Book Classic. So, let's do it. Today we're reading Leo the Late Bloomer, and next week we'll be reading William's Doll. So let's get into it. Page 225. Leo the Late Bloomer by Robert Cross. Alright. Leo couldn't do anything right. While you are trapped in some plants, of course you can't do anything right when you're trapped. I like people who weren't captured. He couldn't read. Well, let's see what the words say. I can't really read that. I don't know. Reading with an elephant, a little bird, a snake, and an owl will help you. He couldn't write. Wasn't it plover? Is that even a word? I need to search that up after. He couldn't draw. Oh, a squiggly line is better than nothing. It's kind of like my drawing skills. He was a sloppy eater. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Oh, I almost thought this said Trump for a second. Oopsies. Wow. And he never said a word. Well, what's the matter with Leo? Asked Leo's father. Nothing, said Leo's mother. Leo is just a late bloomer. Better late than never, thought Leo's father. With his... I thought he was stepping on her head for a second there. And Leo's just curled into a ball. Every day, Leo's father watched him for signs of blooming, as Leo just plops onto a tree branch. It's a very enjoyable life. And every night, Leo's father watched him for signs of blooming, as he just goes on top of flowers. I don't even know if this is his father and this is Leo or the other way around. It looks like this is Leo because he looks like a crazy little guy. Are you sure Leo's a bloomer? Asked Leo's father. Patience, said Leo's mother. I watched Bloomer doesn't bloom. Nice licks. So Leo's father watched television instead of Leo. What kind of television show is this? And, okay, the snows came. Leo's father wasn't watching, but Leo still wasn't blooming. Well, I'm pretty sure lying on the snow, it doesn't mean you're not blooming. The trees budded. Leo's father wasn't watching, but Leo still wasn't blooming. Well, just standing there and having no friends and not really having fun doesn't mean you're not blooming. Then one day, in his own good time, Leo bloomed. What? That doesn't make any sense. Leo just blooms like a flower and then he quote-unquote blooms? Okay. He could read. He could write. That's writing? He can't even write his own name. Or tiger or what? Or whatever. He could draw. That's a creepy drawing. He ate neatly. He also spoke. And it wasn't just a word. It was a whole sentence. And that sentence was... I made it. Okay. Well, that's a pretty short story right there. Um, that's a very interesting story about Leo, the late bloomer. So it's a very stupid story in that he just blooms randomly. Nothing traumatic, nothing interesting happens to make him bloom. It just blooms out of nowhere. That's a great story, guys. I guess that's the story of every baby, I guess. It randomly blooms and starts talking out of nowhere. I guess that's kind of true. Well, that's gonna be it for our reading today. We'll see you guys next week for our next episode. And have a great rest of your weekend, guys. Have a great rest of your day as well. Take care.